Hello, today I will show a Magic Find build farming strategy for 3.22 Trial of Ancestors that I will be using to make profit this league. The mechanics that I will be using are not new, but they are interesting and I think they are really good. It is slightly changed Wandering Path strategy with additional twist of Fate Keystone. This strategy is quite fancy as it randomizes every map, but I will also post another video with the classic strategy to target farm specific map. In this strategy, every map will be random different map, so it can be quite fun if you're bored with grinding one map on and on. In this video, we will discuss Atlas tree, new Keystones that are worth testing, maps, Sextants and Scarabs, choice of map crafting option, map influence and Atlas mission. So in a nutshell, the crucial mods that we will be using are the following. Twist of Fate to randomize the maps that we play, Wandering Path to take advantage of the increased effect of small passives, and Growing Hordes to increase the pack size with Scarabs, which will replace the traditional effect of Scarabs. Let's discuss the Atlas tree in details. The main keystone, which this strategy is built around, is Twist of Fate. It affects corrupted rare maps, randomizing Atlas missions, map crafting options and Scarabs. It also randomizes map mods, making the maps unidentified or 8 modded. From my experience, about 1 in 10 maps is 8 modded and 9 in 10 maps are unidentified. The important note is that any Atlas mission, map crafting option, Scarab effect and map mod will never be rolled to the same one, they will always be changed to something different. Another important note is that map influence and sextants are not randomized, so if you, for example, choose Ether influence and use specific sextants, they will stay. Map implicit modifiers and enchants are also not randomized, which leads us to a Vaal Temple map. Here's why. Vaal Temple has 10 additional Vaal Vessel strongboxes implicit, and if we open this map with Twist of Fate, it will open as a random map but with the Vaal Vessels on it. This will be our strategy to open Vaal Temple maps and run them as random maps. This strategy also works great for bricked Delirious maps or just any corrupted rare maps depending on the Sextant and Scarab investment, but I will discuss it later. Now let's discuss the Wandering Path Keystone. It makes notable passives grant nothing, but it increases the effect of small passives by 100%, so it basically doubles them. So with this keystone I only grab good small passives and ignore notables. Please note that we can still grab keystones. I'm not going to discuss all of the small passives, but the main goal is to get as much additional content as possible, such as Beyond, Abyss, Legion, Breach and Harbinger. Some players would also want Expedition. I also grabbed increased map modifiers effect and increased IAQ and IRR and strongboxes bonuses, which are also doubled. Another keystone is Growing Hordes. It is very important as our Scarabs would be randomized by the Twist of Fate, so we want to increase the pack size with the Scarabs instead of getting the normal effect of Scarabs. In this strategy I will be using 4 gilded Scarabs to increase the pack size by 40%. I will be using Scarabs that are currently the cheapest on the market, as it doesn't make any difference which ones are used. Additionally, I will use Singular Focus, so I will only drop my favorite maps with 200% more chance, and all non-favorite maps will drop as a currency. This is good to drop a lot of specific maps of your choice that can be sold in bulk for additional profit or used to target farm specific loot, but then remember to change the strategy to one that is not randomizing them. I will post a video with a classic strategy too. Now let's discuss 2 keystones that I will not use in this strategy, but they are worth giving a try in my opinion, and maybe I will use some of them in the future. Meticulous Appraiser makes modifiers to map quantity apply to rarity instead. This may be interesting while farming uniques, especially if our build is packed with quantity but lacks some rarity. I will definitely give it a try. Endless Tide disables unique bosses from spawning and reduces the spawning radius by 50%. Beyond portals and demons stop spawning when a unique boss is spawned. This may be interesting on juiced maps with big monster pack size, and this strategy I discuss here is to maximize the monster pack size, so I will also try this keystone. Now let's discuss the maps, but before we do that, keep in mind that it is possible to roll the Reflect mod. It's really rare, but if you hit it, use Soul of Yugul and or Sibyl's Lament Ring. There's also Elemental Mastery to reduce the reflected elemental damage taken. As I mentioned before, we will be using Vaal Temple maps to get additional 10 Vaal vessels every map. They can give good rewards such as single and double corrupted uniques, and double corrupted rare jewels, and expensive essences. Double corrupted uniques can give nice profit, and double corrupted jewels with good implicits such as corrupted blood and mana reservation efficiency can be gambled with tainted mythic orb to either be destroyed or upgraded to a unique jewel with potentially good profit. Since Vaal vessels drop corrupted items, it results with many 6-link drops that can be vendored for some orbs of fusing. The perfect scenario is that the Vaal Temple map is also Delirious. Additionally, you can use any Delirious map that is bricked, for example the one that has only 4 mods and low quantity. Such a map will be rerolled, but the Delirious enchant will stay. Great way to make profit from bricked Delirious maps. You can also use bricked rare maps. This strategy can be also used to just spam any bad corrupted rare maps, especially the ones with very low quant, as the mods will be randomized anyway. Now let's discuss the Sextants and Scarabs for each map type. As I mentioned before, the Scarabs can be just the cheapest, as it doesn't make any difference which ones we will use to increase the pack size. For Vaal Temple maps, Beyond Sextant is a must, as we increase monster pack size drastically in this strategy and we will benefit a lot from Beyond monsters. Second Sextant will be Unidentified maps increased pack size Sextant, as all of the maps except the ones that will turn into 8 modded will be unidentified. So this Sextant will not give anything if we hit 8 modded map, but it is only like 1 in 10 maps, and in all other maps we will get a juicy 20% increased pack size, which will boost the Beyond monsters spawning even more. Third Sextant is the 500% increased item quantity of strongbox monsters. This is really cool, especially that Vaal vessels are strongboxes, so we have additional 10 strongboxes each map. Fourth Sextant is the one that makes all strongboxes rare and corrupted, so we don't have to craft them in the map. Scarabs for this setup will be any 4 gilded ones to increase the pack size by 40%. Now, if you're running bricked Delirious maps, the 2 Sextants that we definitely need are Unidentified maps increased pack size and Beyond. The other 2 Sextants are basically free choice. Let me know in the comments what would you choose. Personally, I will pick additional rare monsters or Abyss or Hunted Traitors. Scarabs for this setup will be any 4 gilded ones to increase pack size by 40%, same as with Vaal Temple maps. Now, if you're spamming rare corrupted maps, I would only recommend the Unidentified maps increased pack size Sextant and maybe a Beyond Sextant or some cheap Sextants that you have. You can also just not use any Sextants, so you don't invest anything into a map. Scarabs should be polished or rusted, or even no Scarabs. You can just open maps without any Sextants and any Scarabs and blast them. Since this option is so cheap, you can just blast through the map without even encountering the content that is time consuming, or you can even leave a map that you don't like, or even open many maps until you hit the 8 modded one, since these maps are worthless anyway. Map crafting option choice is the basic increased quantity, as it will be randomized anyway and it costs nothing. Map influence choice is Eater of Worlds, and it is not randomized, it will stay in the map. I'm not using any Atlas mission, as it would be randomized anyway. So this is the strategy. I will definitely post a video with full map gameplay with this exact setup. This is not the only strategy that I will be using. I will also use a classic Wandering Path strategy to run specific maps and to target farm specific divination cards. I will cover this strategy in one of my next videos. Please let me know what do you think about this setup, and if you have tested it, please let me know what are the results. The Atlas 3 setup link is in the video description. Thanks for watching and good luck in the new league. See you!